Hello and welcome to Paper Hacker's very first video. Today I'm going to prove to you that creating outlines will save you time and energy and make writing your papers easier. So, you're thinking, who is this woman anyway? I'm Leslie Marianne Neal and I'll be your Sherpa through the long climb that is college. What makes me such an expert? In 2011, I graduated magna cum laude with a BA in English Creative Writing. I then spent 6 years as a full-time professional college paper writer. And before you ask, no, I won't write your paper for you. Anyway, let's get started. Time to talk about outlines. In this video, you'll learn how outlining can save you time, how to pre-write, how to choose your basic thesis, and of course, how to create an outline. Students often tell me, but I don't have time to do an outline. If that's what you think too, you've got another think coming. And yes, that is the correct version of that saying. Judas Priest got it wrong, but I digress. So what's the point? How does an outline save you time? It's a blueprint for building your paper. Plus, it creates a handy-dandy list of topic sentences and keeps you from getting sidetracked so you can focus on arguing your claim. Let's start with the blueprint concept. Imagine you're a builder. You've just been hired by an architect to build a house for a new client. Now, you can't just buy some lumber and drywall and throw it together. That kind of attitude leads to this. Or this. You need a plan, a blueprint, to see exactly what goes where and get the precise measurements. An outline is your blueprint to show you what goes where as you write. It lists topic sentences to use throughout your paper. In other words, you're writing your main points before you even draft your paper. How cool is that? Plus, an outline stops you from getting sidetracked. It's all too easy to drift off on a tangent when writing a paper. You know how it is. You start on topic. Say you're arguing why ranch dressing should be America's official national condiment. But then you end up finding some side point more interesting, like the fascinating history of ketchup. Did you know it was invented in China and originally didn't have tomatoes in it? Mind blown. Sure, that's compelling, but it's also totally beside the point. But you're intrigued, so you write pages on it, even though it's got nothing to do with your thesis. An outline keeps that very human tendency in check. But I hope by now that you see that outlines are hella useful and aren't just an annoying side assignment your professor is making you do. You might be tempted to write the paper on the fly and then write an outline to fit it just to fulfill the requirement. But don't. Just try it my way first and you'll see how helpful an outline can be in drafting a paper. Now, let's talk about pre-writing. What exactly is pre-writing, you ask? You've probably heard of brainstorming. That's basically what pre-writing is. It's a process that lets you explore your knee-jerk reactions to a topic. By that description, it might sound like just thinking, but it's more complex than that. So, how do you pre-write? There are two simple techniques you can try. For some papers, you may need to read up on the basics of your topic first. If you're a word person, try free writing. Set an alarm for 5 minutes and write what comes to mind on your topic, including your opinions and a few arguments to back each of them up. Let's say this is our essay prompt. Should the U.S. abolish daylight saving time? Why or why not? Here's my short free write. Yes, daylight saving time is antiquated and patently ridiculous. It seems like we keep it just because we're used to it. That's a terrible reason. I read once that there are more car accidents on the day after we spring forward or fall behind because it is difficult to adjust to a new sleep pattern. It's mean to dogs, cats, and other pets too because we have to shift their feeding schedules and they don't understand why. It doesn't save fuel like people claim. That's been proven again and again by studies Congress has funded. If you're a visual person, an idea map or mind map is worth trying. It's a drawing that groups ideas by category and finds relationships between them. To show you what I mean, here are two great examples, beginning with a mind map by Lunch Breath on the super relevant topic, How to Mind Map. The other is a lovely one by Jane Genovese, How to Focus in the Age of Distraction. I so need help with that. Of course, your mind maps don't need to be so artistic. They only need to be functional. On that note, let's do an idea map for our essay prompt. First, I write the topic in the center. U.S. should abolish daylight saving time. It's an antiquated system. There's no reason to keep it in our modern world. We keep it simply because we're used to it, and it causes more problems than it solves. Safety. Sleep deprivation causes accidents. Car accidents increase after we switch, and on-the-job accidents probably increase too. Animals. Pets have trouble adjusting to change in feeding time, and cows won't adjust to change in milking time. The change may lead to needless distress. Finally, Congress has funded many studies on DST. All have shown that it doesn't save fuel. Independent studies show it even increases energy demand. Brace yourself. Now comes the part every student dreads. the thesis. But because of your free write or mind map, you already know what your basic claim is. So, what's your opinion on the topic? Here's my simplified thesis. The U.S. should abolish daylight saving time. A basic thesis is really that simple. It's just your opinion. Remember, this is my simplified thesis. My final thesis will be more complex, as you will see later. Now, to build your outline, start with the simplified thesis, list 3 arguments to support that claim, and add 3 pieces of evidence for each argument. Here's my outline. Note that I decided to place the antiquated system section in the introduction because it is opinion, not fact. So, A. Introduction. 1. Antiquated system. A. No reason to keep it in modern world. B. We keep it because we're used to it. C. It causes more problems than it solves. 2. Paragraph ends with thesis. A. The U.S. should abolish DST. B. Body. 1. Safety. A. Sleep deprivation causes accidents. B. Car accidents increase after switch. C. On-the-job accidents probably increase too. 2. Animals. A. Pets have trouble adjusting to feeding time change. B. Cows won't adjust to milking time change. C. Change may lead to needless distress. 3. Doesn't save fuel. A. One reason given for DST is to save fuel. B. Congress-funded studies show it doesn't. C. Independent studies show it increases energy demand. C. Conclusion. My revised thesis is, although lobbyists are fighting to keep daylight saving time, it should be abolished because it is an antiquated system that leads to safety problems, distress in animals, and does not save fuel as some claim. The next step is to start drafting by revising the outline into your first draft. Each lettered item on the outline becomes its own topic sentence. Then each topic sentence should be followed by 3 to 4 pieces of direct evidence like quotations or statistics. For more videos on drafting and revising various types of college essays, subscribe to Paper Hacker. Thanks for watching. See you again soon, and happy writing!